A battle is brewing between Nebraska's Attorney General and the Biden administration, and student lunch funding could be on the line. 3 News Now reporter Alex Whitney leads us off.
That's right, Mary. There are plenty of rules that schools need to follow if they want to receive federal funding for student lunches. But a new rule being introduced has several states' attorney generals, including Nebraska's, pushing back against what they see as federal overreach. There's been a lot of back and forth over some recent guidance by the Biden administration regarding LGBTQ students and school lunches. The new rule is a clarification of Title IX that includes gender identity and sexual orientation in the same class as discrimination based on sex. The Biden administration says it will now require schools to investigate discrimination against trans and queer students if they want to receive SNAP lunch benefits from the USDA. But Nebraska Attorney General Doug Peterson argues the administration didn't follow proper procedures when implementing the new rule, and claimed that schools will also have obligations that apparently stretch as far as ending sex-separated living facilities and athletics, and mandating the use of biologically inaccurate preferred pronouns. The claim regarding bathrooms and athletic teams has also been made by Governor Ricketts, but others following the changes say those obligations couldn't be farther from the truth.
These things that the USDA, this updated guidance, it has nothing to do with bathroom access. It has nothing to do with sports.
We looked into the USDA's instructions on implementing the new requirements, and nowhere in their press releases does it mention bathrooms or athletics.
It's a distraction from the fact that we have students in our schools who need access to quality food, and they should be given that access regardless of where they come from, what they look like, how they internally identify, or who they love.
The two sides have made their own competing statements over the last few days. The ACLU of Nebraska claims that Peterson and Governor Ricketts are wanting to take lunch funding away from LGBTQ students, but Attorney General Peterson released his own statement Thursday, calling that assertion ridiculous before again claiming that schools will lose funding for requiring males to play on male sports teams and females to play on female sports teams. There isn't much the two sides agree on, and for Rips, the latest fight seems very familiar.
I've actually had the opportunity to sit down with the Attorney General and try to explain why these kinds of attacks are hurtful. So often I've heard him say, well, but it's about challenging, the Biden administration's ability to issue executive orders and the broad overreach of government. But there are so many areas in which you could challenge that. Why does it always have to be ones that involve LGBTQ people?
Now, Nebraska will be joining 22 other states, all led by Republican attorney generals in the lawsuit. And we reached out to the Nebraska Attorney General's office for comment, but they declined a request for interview, instead referring us to their press release. In the newsroom, I'm Alex Whitney, 3 News Now.